Okay, buddy. Mommy's making breakfast for you. Okay?
Okay, now turn around and show me.
Little Brian rolling morning. 9-pounder. Say hi. Wave. Wave to the camera. Give Auntie Christine a finger. Like this. He's pissed off. He wants something to eat.
Auntie Christine.
Jelly, your coffee's already.
Okay. Okay, Kathy.
Yeah. No, it actually comes out with lumps. Yes. Hey. Hey. Hey.
I give him a new one,
Yeah.
Flip right out of that one these times.
He was like doing that the first day coming home from the hospital.
It's unreal how kids are now, you know, like, must be all the chemicals and everything, I guess.
Davey and Victor driving the old truck. This is for a drive. This is at the yard at the. This is at the truck. In the back quarter in the field. All the way around. Davey and Victor still trying to drive the truck. And all the way down there. More of the field. Right in the back. All this is ours. Okay, here's a little walk through the bush. We're going for a walk down to our view. There's all our trees. There's a hazelnut bush. There's more flowers.
All that type.
Yeah, all the flowers.
All that type.
There's some more there. This is all the hazelnut things. So at Christmas time we'll have all fresh hazelnuts and I'll let them dry and that. Here's some of the view from the back. This is summertime. Kind of hard to see with all the trees. They're like all in bloom and that, but straight down. There's another part of the view.
Does our land down there?
Hear the eagle? Wait. Oh. Flying high, soaring. Or a hawk. The yard out in the back there. All what you can see here. All this. This is all ours. And then these bushes here, there's another open field on the other side and more bushes out to the road. It goes all the way back down to there. All the way down to, all past the truck there. Those trees. And then all the way up and across to those trees way up there. Those ones. And then way over. Ran out of gas. Couldn't ride nowhere. Had to stop. We're a couple hundred feet into this bush before that cliff. The view there. It's fair chunk. There's our half-assed farmers. Apprentice.
Christine, look at this. Eat your heart out.
This is our apprentice farmer.
Yeah. Farmer Joe.
Why do you want that? I want to ride the horsey. This one.
Okay, here's the view looking out the front door. It's a driveway down there. It's that old truck that we got with the farm. I think they said it was a 47 Chev. Got the wraparound windows there. It's a lot of fun. We take it out in the field and we just let her go. Thing's got no brakes or anything. But it's a heyday. It's about 4-wheeling. There's a wood pile they did this spring. Hopefully that'll be enough. I think they said it would be this winter and next winter, especially now with the new furnace into it. And that's where we park the cars. That shed there is going to be going. We've cleaned it all out and we're gonna tear it all down. And that's the well. Down in this spot here in front of these 3 trees, I'm going to put a nice rock garden, like rock beds, and build it up and that type of thing. I think it'll look pretty neat there. And that, what you see there, is an old horse mower. So what we might do is take that and paint it all up and use it as a decoration. There's a lot of old junk around here. This garage, you got it straightened up a bit. And that neighbor come down with his loader and straightened it up. It's made with packing crates. Guy who's built it he was a good carpenter, or I should say good mechanic, not a real good carpenter. That's the barn. Doesn't look like much. We got to paint it and that, but we're getting a lot there. And what that is, for the, we're gonna tear that down. It's all for the goose. Or the geese or whatever they are. It's a pump I gotta feed the horses with over there. It's one of those old hand ones. And this is our garden. That's a strawberry patch. Got a lot of strawberries this year. Got about 20 ice cream buckets or so. Between 15 and 20 at least. Real sweet strawberries too. So we're gonna leave that as strawberries. And then where this is here, we're going to work that out. There was some peas there this year. I took those out and I dried them and that, so I have peas for next year. But we're going to put all this part here into garden. Leave that alone because you can't have, so tall, can't have anything else growing around. But this part down here, we're going to put into fruit trees. Around that bush there is all lilacs. And there's some rhubarb in there. But all around there we're going to put that into fruit trees, apples and pears and whatnot. As you can see, the spruce grow really well here. That and poplar. And this is just around the house there. And you can't see them here, but those are ponies, I think they're ponies, and wild poppies. And if I was a chemist or pharmacist, I could make a fortune with those poppies. But they're really nice when they come into bloom. They come again in the fall, I believe. They'll bloom again. Another piece for Dave's tractor that we found, the old one that was left here, and keep find different pieces of things that are just laid in the bush, really. And those are 3 more sheds. I think we're gonna keep those, either for storage or for grain or whatnot. We're not really too sure, but they're in pretty good shape, and they're on the other side of the fence. We tore one down. It was, you can see there, so we got rid of that one. So these 3 seem to be in not bad shape, and I got a mosquito bite my back here. And sort of this is just what's around. The steel shed's not ours, but there's another round one up there. That's ours. This is what it looks like from the other driveway. It's hard to tell with the sun being there, but that's where there's where I want to put that rock thing. And so the kids get their fun. Took the training wheels off Amanda's bike last night. This is how well she's doing. There's our little farmer. Rubber boots and all. Going the stalks. Amanda riding without training wheels.
Shabby grass down here needs to be cut again, eh?
Keep going.
Keep going. Watch the sand. You'll wipe out the sand. Stop. Good one.
All right. This is the bird Sheldon and Amanda rescued from the dogs. Tell us about the bird. Amanda, the first day of school of grade 1. Showing off her new outfit. Do a little twirl and a pose for Mom. And a big smile. You excited about going to school? Sheldon now on the first day of school. Come away from the window.
And it sent one person to the Swan Valley Hospital with head injuries. The person was treated and released.
Okay, give us a little twirl and a pose. Give us a little twirl and a pose. Go pose. The kids on their first day of school. Backpacks are so heavy, they're tipping themselves over. Gonna have to get Dave to build a little house there at the end of the driveway. Maybe about there. Something to keep them sheltered from the snow and the rain and that. Those little white things you see floating around there, they're not, that's not snow, that's bugs. Snow hasn't come yet though, it's pretty damn cold. Been lucky, I haven't hit frost yet. Been a low of 34 out, 2 degrees Celsius. Kids waiting patiently. Kids have been so hyped up, especially Sheldon. They're gone. Yay! this is what you walk into when you're walking in the front door. You walk in, that's going down into the basement. There's like a little, not very big entrance here. And then this is the kitchen. And the door, there's a few, little bit of coat thing and for boots. And that's right behind this front door. As far as the kitchen goes, there's the fridge and stuff. And this lovely salmon colored cupboard. And the blue ceiling. Love how they did this. So we're going to paint all that and sand down the cupboards and paint them white. Now we got some white paint. And then we have the pantry over there. And then the table. So the kitchen's a fair size. It's pretty big. And there's one window and another window there. And that. And then this is Shelton's room. His room's right off the kitchen. Great for midnight reading. But it's a fair size. He's got enough room for his bed. And two dressers. And then behind this door here, there's this closet. And there's a little storage area up there. And then he has shelves where he keeps his cards and whatnot. So it's a fair size. It's big enough for him. Kitchen's the bathroom. Love the sink. And the cupboards. And that. But no shower, just a tub. And check out the toilet, eh? Now when I go to somebody else's house, I'm looking at going for a foot thing. And then here's the other end of it. The kitchen, there's the entrance to the living room, where we have the desk and the thermostats for the new furnace we got. And then what we have in here is, they used to have storage in here, but I turned it into a laundry room. Haven't got the hookup for it yet, but when it does come, I want it done up here. And then we have a whole bunch of storage, and that's the attic there, so there's quite a bit in here. And then up above here is more storage for, I put the winter coats and that type of stuff up there. Another little spot here for more coats, which is really good. And then you come into the living room. And along this wall we have the TV and my plants. Great place for my plants to grow. And then up along one couch, and then the big windows, the recliner, time focus. They left that chair there, but I covered it up. And then we have the other couch and down to the desk. And this is Amanda's room. And she's got a big closet, some storage, and put two things on her thing in her bed. And she's got one dresser and all her dolls. A little table and that. And then in behind here is more storage, and behind this kitchen, which is above the stairs to go down the basement. So there's a lot of storage. The only thing that's wrong with a lot of the rooms have the pull cords. View from the other end of what the living room looks like. So it's fairly big. And the ceiling's not too bad, but again, you got this big room and this little light, so we gotta get things get better there. Some lights and that. And then now I'm ready for our bedroom. This is Dave Mai's bedroom. It's again, it's a fair size except for the pull cord, but the ceiling's not too bad. Not a real big closet, but it does. We got the dressers and that. I finally got a place for my unicorns over there. Works out pretty good. I got enough space there and shelves that I can put all my unicorns on. A little cubby hole there, and that's not too bad. And this is again right off the bedroom. The walls need to be done. They weren't the best of carpenters, but for downstairs. This is the storage area right here, Big Amanda's room. This is wall goes down. This is from the stairs. Around. That's one half, and then there's another half over here. So this is where I've got my sewing machine set up, and I'm going to start doing all my crafts and that. So I finally have room where I can do some of my stuff. I think so. I may put 2 little lights up there to help me. It's a fair size. But this was mostly ceiling, but with the new furnace coming in, we had to take down some, so that's why it's kind of rickety. But this is where the kids' stuff is. And I stole some shelves from the other side and put all the books and all whatnot. But they got their Nintendo and all their toys and the whole couple of couches down here. Just need a rug. And there's all the diplomas. I have this wall here full of pictures. As you can see, there they are right there. But I haven't got around to putting them back up because the guy was in with the furnace and he put the furnace up and that. So there's quite a bit. And Amanda's in here, the freezer. That's the water pump for the well. And then this room here, but this is where all my preserves are. See all my jam that I made this year? It was all this year's jam that I made. But it's all, I have all my craft stuff in here. Well, there's a little bit more than that, but I have to go through it. But all my jars and craft stuff and my wool and all that is all in there. And then it just gets hidden out of the way. And it's good. And some rain smocks and work boots and rubber boots. And then we come over to Dave's side. It's a water tank, and there's the chimney. This is our new furnace. It'll be so good. So we're gonna put a wall from like where the stairs are there right across and block out the furnace and that in Dave's side of the room, but he's going to put like a workbench and have all his tools on because he's got all this. Mind you, it's got to be cleaned up and that, but while they were working down here in the furnace, so he's got all this. There's the chute where we bring in the wood, so we're gonna probably have this wall here stacked with wood. We gotta go through. There's some garbage and all that still has to go through. There's our furnace. And that's so. This is all his room, and that's basically the inside. Not a whole lot to see. Basic idea, and that's the stairs going up, and the look from the one end here. And this will be all right once we get and some, like I said, some carpet, and we have to put the paneling back up and on the ceiling and that, and finish it off. It'll be pretty good. Kids coming home their first day of school.